small town, all right? We have one street light, okay? I was there when they put it in the whole town. Wow. What's it for? It's embarrassing. You sit around the street light, held hands like the Grinch stole Christmas. It was like, oh, I mean, you know what it is. Anyway, the reason I say that, the reason I say that is Miss B's class was a whole high school converted to an elementary school. So kindergarten, grade 6, we're in this big old high school, which is actually where I got the idea for this talk. Things that are bigger than us, things that scare us, things that we don't want to deal with, right? And Mrs. B's shelf was in the cloakroom. She called it a cloakroom, which again tells you how old she was because people stopped wearing cloaks about the time of Moses, okay? Oh well. So the cloakroom shelf was this high, you're this high, and if you were bad, she'd approach your desk like a hungry grizzly bear approaches a stupid tourist from Toronto, okay? She'd like, you're like, your diapers first, right? Because you're terrified, and she comes booting across the class like, she threw you in the shelf. It wasn't like, you okay up there, honey? She threw you in the shelf. Alright? And this is where I understood about peer education, big word. But peer education means friends having influences over their friends. Friends helping other friends make decisions, good or bad. Because by the end of the period, most of my friends were on the shelves too. How you doing, man? Pretty good. What you do? I breathe. You see the Teletubbies? Yeah, Teletubbies rock. I like Dora. That's nice. Dora. 5,000 years old, she's still exploring, right? Look at the nuclear reactor! Anyway. Some New York man will get that. Okay. So this is the old evil. And things were challenged in her class, okay? So what I want to talk about are things that are bigger than this. Because when we're faced with challenges, okay, we do this. Not all of us. Stuff that's easy. Like for me, sports was easy. I won all the trophies, kindergarten, grade 6, high school, was on every team, sports, no problem, right? School, ooh, that's difficult. I quit. I didn't quit school, but I quit trying, even at a young age. What you do when you quit a problem or a challenge that you have, seriously, it becomes, a couple weeks later, it becomes a problem, and a couple years later, it becomes a fear. What I want to teach you today is how to meet certain challenges, right? Because if you don't, I know adults, friends of mine walk around with these fears. If they trace it back, it's almost back to high school to book 4 when they didn't meet certain challenges. I want to teach how to meet certain challenges, okay? Because it feeds into what I'm going to talk about later. How do you meet challenges? Okay, number one thing you guys got to realize, nobody tells teenagers this. You are role models. You're like, what? No, we're not. We're youth. Youth. Nobody tells you this. You don't have to be smart, you don't have to be good looking, you don't have to be rich, you don't have to be good sport. All you have to have on your resume is teenager, and little kids look up to you. It's weird. They look up to you more than they look up to their parents, more than they, I don't know what it is. We see it. We're adults, but we see it. You guys don't see it. You walk in a room, teenagers immediately, wow, is that God? I think God just walked into the room. I don't know, my girlfriend's son, he's 10 years old, okay? He can be playing the most engaging video game, whatever, right? I can say, look, the world's collapsing. Look, the world's on fire. Look, there's a grizzly bear. Look, there's a teenager. Where? They look up to you, it's amazing, right? It doesn't have to be a brother or sister, it can be a cousin, kid in the hood, whatever. There's some kid riding a bus, a little kid, and when you step on, because you're in high school, it's like, wow. I can prove it. I was in McDonald's once, and there's this guy, and he's like 17, and he's in the bathroom, his little brother is the size of a chicken, okay? So, he's drying his hands on the air machine, right? And this is the old school air machine, and it's not the new ones in McDonald's, I don't know if you got them here, but the new ones is like, you know, all the skin off your hands, but anyway. Like, who invented those, Iron Man? Strap 2 of those, I'm going downtown, you know? Good word. Okay. So, anyway, he's in there, and his brother's watching, because he's like this, he's like, little brother's like, I'm going to do that. It's impossible, because the kid's this thing's like there for him, right? But he's doing it, no, brother did it. He's bleeding from the head, okay? You can't keep hitting the wall, you get a brain concussion, right? Adults are coming in going, stop the child, please. Finally nailed it. I don't know how he did it, but he's like, shit, blew into the parking lot. He did it, right? And he's running around McDonald's. okay? He's like, ah! That was a rap song. I don't know what's going on. Why? People go, no more sugar to that boy. It's his brother bird. So, you got to get responsibility. When you do good stuff, they do good stuff. When you do bad stuff, they're going to follow you. You're going to do bad stuff. You go, well, they can't follow me around, but they don't know what I'm doing all the time. You know, they do. Little kids, they got radar. They're like dogs. You know, you've seen that experiment with a dog that the owner is 20 minutes from home, the dog wakes up for some weird ESPD and then just knows the whole scene. The little kids, they know what they're doing. They go, I go to a party Saturday night, they don't see me? Yes, they do. I think they put stuff on your cell phone or something. Like, get out of my room. Okay. I'm watching you. Seriously, they watch. So people know. So, first thing you got to realize, the medium talent, you're a celebrity. You really are. Doesn't matter who it is. Some kid in your neighborhood who just think you are. Second thing, need a challenge. You got to be creative. And I don't mean painting pictures of cats. That's really nice. Okay? Creative means thinking outside the box. And as we get to be older, adults are terrible at this. We just stop being creative. I mean, thinking outside the box. Right? Little kids do that. They need challenges every second, every day. Why do they think outside the box? Right? So how do you do that? I want you to go back in time to when you were absolutely creative. When you didn't care what people thought of you. Okay? Because right now, everybody wakes up. I'm going to look cool at school. Nobody wakes up and goes, can't wait to go to school, look like a moron. Don't do that. I can prove it. Even when you're with your best friends who respect you more than anybody, you do something that makes you look stupid, you still try to cover your butt, right? You walk, everybody does it. You're walking with your friend, you're texting, you're up doing the thing. Always do that, man. I'm working on the dance now. So how do you know where you come, how you're creative? I want you to go back in time. I want you to go home today, not now. Take it as a kindergarten photo. Because is everybody like way too happy in that thing? Everybody in the photo is like, ah! School, bring it on. You couldn't wait to go to school. You're like, that could be midnight. I want to go to school. And have it. Except for the one kid in the picture with a stuffed animal. That was me. Seriously, because kindergarten didn't care what people thought of you, right? Right now, some of you will sit in class and, oh, the answer, man. I know the answer, I'm not going to answer. I know it, I'm not going to answer. I'm going to sit in this chair 40,000 different ways in 45 minutes. Kindergarten, even if you didn't know the question, you answered, right? Like, what's your name? Blue! Ah! What time is it? Nathan! Nathan's my friend! I'm petting him. I love Nathan. She did not care. We gotta get that back. I don't want the petting people in the hallway. Okay, but anyway. Seriously, be creative. Think outside the box. Help meet that challenge, okay? Because teens, as I said, are celebrities. And you do not know it. You got to be creative and think outside the box. Because why? Then, when you meet a challenge, you might be able to meet it. You might not meet it. You might be able to meet it. Because then you can walk away. So creativity, and you got to care about stuff. Okay? So I struggled in school. As I said, I was the number one dumb guy. Seriously. At sports, math, first pick on the team. Spelling bee, math was one person. Yeah, I don't see it. I was not picked. Even at home, my parents, my sister, oh, you're smart, you're going to be a doctor, lawyer, brother, doctor, lawyer, math. We're not sure what you'll do.
I didn't know his dad was Batman.
And the teacher tried to help me, but I didn't listen. Kindergarten grade 6, let's forget the idea of this talk, actually.
What?
Oh, sorry, Batman. This is Emmett. Emmett, this is my boyfriend, Batman.
I'm Batman. That's your boyfriend?
I dug out my mom saved all my kindergarten photos. Thanks, Mom. All my grade 1 photos, all my report cards, kindergarten grade 6, all my report cards. Different teachers said the same thing every year. Math doesn't try, math doesn't care, and math doesn't work. And he spent a lot of time on the shelves. But I didn't listen to my teachers, right? So I got into high school. I did my 5 years of grade 10 math. Somebody got that good. Math teachers going, oh no. So up until then, I told people that the teacher sort of felt sorry for me and kept pushing me along. I get into high school. I'm in grade 10. We now have a surprise test. And I always love when a teacher gives a surprise test in class because there's always one phone head in class going, what? Surprise? What yesterday. Test. The whole class gets a test back. Teacher goes back, come in front of the class. I said, yeah, it's grade 10. She goes, look at this page, one page. I said, yeah. She goes, you spelled Johnny 7 different ways on this page. Like one of them great, right? This is J-O-N-Y, J-O-X-N-Y, J-O-69-Q-Y, okay? You get the number. You better go down to guidance and get tested. You better go student services. Get tested. We forget this in Canada. You know what? I learned this in traveling around the world, traveling around Canada, traveling around the United States. You can be whatever you want to be in this country, and the only thing that stops you is you. You're like, what, man? I don't have any support at home. My parents are idiots. I don't have enough money. I'm not smart at school. I got these things. No, you. You can be blind in this country. You go to school, right? You work, and there's lots of support for you. It's just you don't know how to ask for support. I didn't even know what guidance was for grade 10. I go down to guidance, they test me. Because the thing is, we have this thing in Canada called guidance or student services. They might not have the answer, but they're going to know where to direct you. And it's free. Take advantage of guidance in high school, because after high school it costs about $145 an hour. So we got that. Okay, anyway. I go down to guidance. All of a sudden I do these tests. I go, you know what, we think you got a problem. I'll let it, the person down there. I did this test, a bunch of tests, and they discovered I was not so stupid. I got this learning problem, which we knew in those days, or understanding the word, called, ready, dyslexia. For those people who don't know what it is, it means I see things upside down, sideways and backwards before I see them the way a normal person sees them. And I know what you're thinking. Whoa, he drove here today. Right, a dyslexic driving down the road, you see a red sign, it's like, pop, piss, pop. No, so I'm leaving the parking lot, everybody get out of the way, man. Seriously, I'll explain for you. For the educators, I've got moderate to high level dyslexia. Okay? So the average person sees the letter P in a chalkboard, they go P. Right? Well, that's go P. That's funny. Didn't have to sound like being over. If you let it P, it's like instant recognition, right? P. I know what that is. For me, it's like this is what's going on in my head. 6, 9, Q, D, V, P. Blue. Seriously, it takes me 6 times longer to read a letter, 6 times longer to read a book. I type something in a computer, there's going to be 25 spelling mistakes. I take that same piece of work and do it again, an hour later, 25 different spelling mistakes. My computer does not say spell check, it says you got issues. But you can't fix dyslexia, you can't take a pill and get rid of it. Don't worry, it's not contagious. Front row, don't sneeze on me, buddy. You can't. All you have to do is work harder. Right? So up until grade 10, what did I do when I faced with any school challenge? That's difficult. I quit. That's difficult. Now it's 10 times more difficult. I really quit. I quit school. I just did what I always did when it came to school. I quit trying. I didn't care. And I failed at it, pretty much. Except the teachers sort of felt sorry for me and passed me on. But sports, and I was in a band, music was easy, right? In the band, playing sports, bring it on, no problem. School, why? You got to be able to lead those challenges the same way, especially the hard stuff, right? So, I got to cut this part short. But anyway, I got into grade 12 and I graduated with a 50 or 51% average. I think my teacher felt sorry for me. But guess what? Back then, it's hard. Believe it or not, right now, you guys got it easier than your parents when it comes to school. And I know your parents don't say things like that. Your parents say things like, in our day, we never had air!
That is true.
Your mother and I were so poor, we used to eat pictures of food from magazines.
That's
what right, it used to be this deep. Now you go.
That's what people do. It's just food.
Global warming. Anyway, this deep. Because, you know why you're a teacher? Unless you want to be a teacher, doctor, whatever, engineer, you just want to go to college, university. Back then, you could be out of high school for a couple years and get into this mature student. Seriously, they didn't look at your marks. Mature student. That doesn't exist anymore. Well, it might exist a little bit, but not really. You guys know, especially graduating students, you know how tough it is to get into your college or get into something like that, right? And not knowing what you want to do. It's not, you don't have to have a career. My father was like that too. What do you want to be? What are you going to be? You have to think about a career. You got to get a career. You got to get a trade. You got to do something. Dad, I'm 2 years old. Figure it out. Under the truck. Seriously, back then, you got high school for a couple years, get into college. You guys know, way harder than that. do community time, you have to do involvement, you have to focus. And not just in grade 12, you have to focus in grade 9 and 11, 12, right? So weird thing happened. Back then, I was out of school for a couple years, and I got into this very cool youth program, because they did this thing in high school. And you do it, your parents did it when they were your age, and your teachers did it when you were their age. We all did this. I know everything there is to know about anything, and you can't tell me anything. Actually, me and my friends know everything. We know absolutely everything. You can't tell me anything. Shut up. I know. I know. Blinders. Blinders. Right? You walk around like that your whole life, eventually you're going to be like, walk into a truck, okay? You gotta open it up. So I got this very cool youth program, which the government cut, of course. Anyway, federal government cut. Which took me around Canada, and I got 3 different jobs, and I met other youths. I was like 19, people my own age, or 18, people my own age. It was totally cool, right? And what it did is it went like this. I'm like, wow, there's a world out there. Because I lived in my little small town, I never gone out. And I went, wow, there's a world out there. And I realized after being in that program, I went, I gotta go to school. Seriously, I'm not gonna get through that very well, right? So I have to go to college and university. So guess what? I applied to go to university. Me, number 1 dumb guy. Blue. Weird thing happened. Marks in high school, 51%. University went to A+. My mom went, who'd you pay? I've never seen an A+ in my life. Never. Never. And I was in the do nothing crew in high school. I didn't get involved in OSAID. I didn't get involved with stuff. My gang, yeah. It's my gang and my town of 2 people. Anyway, my clique of friends was like, we're like, what do you do, man? Nothing. Why? That's what we do. Well, I'd like to join the drama club. What? No way, man. Seriously. I said, I want to join the drama club, and I didn't. Now, you didn't hear this in the intro, but I'm an actor, right? In a whole bunch of movies, not a whole bunch, but in 4 movies, Fables of Grendel, I've been in Black Swan, I've been in a whole bunch of movies, and I didn't do it until 15 years after high school. I didn't become an actor. Why? Because the one thing I love to do, I didn't do, because my friends. And it's not their fault. Your friends are going to have awesome advice. Your friends are going to have stupid moronic advice. I blame me. You want to do something, you want to get involved in some extracurricular that your friends don't particularly like, that's too bad. What's their problem? I was in the do nothing crew. So I didn't get motivated, but then when I went to university, AA+. My mom is still in charge. The reason I say that, when I'm in front of a bunch of students who are in grade 9 and grade 12, is I was the number 1 dumb guy. Okay? I had lots of friends, involved in sports, in the music, but I was the number 1 dumb guy when I came to school, and I did not deal with it. So now, when I'm facing a challenge academically, that's difficult. Okay? I'm going to try and deal with it. Because then you can walk away, and you might not beat the problem, and you're also going to know what your talents are. By exploring those, you might have to know, like I know my limitations too. I know if I'm dyslexic, you do not want me working for NASA. Okay? Not built that rocket. Oops. But I know I can do it. Okay? Anyway, I just keep that in your head. So try, care, work. That's what my teachers tried to tell me, kindergarten, grade 6. And that's how I did it. Right? Because your teachers are in the game to help. They wake up every day to try and help you. They cannot exist in the school system for more than 2 or maybe 3 years unless they have that inside them to help. I believe in elder philosophy. I totally believe elder philosophy. Right? But I also believe in you. I believe in listening to you. I'm going to come back to that. Okay, so that's me in a nutshell. Then I started working with the province of Ontario. The school called Ontario Students Against Impaired Driving. OSAID. Ontario Students Against Impaired Driving does not stand for Ontario Students Against Parties. It's not a bunch of teenagers standing outside the liquor store with a baseball bat going, people get that in their head, right? That's right. Anyway, it's about friends just talking to friends. And when I got involved in this issue, seriously, I didn't know. I was involved, like I first started working in Toronto, I was working in youth gangs, and then I did a lot of stuff with First Nations where I grew up. Community, and there's a lot of problems. I said, why do you guys care about impaired driving? Really? Seriously. I said, there's holes in the ozone layer, you got intolerance, you got racism, you got poverty. Right now you got that 1% of the population with $1 billion and most of the population with no money. I said, why do you care about impaired driving in Ontario? Seriously. And they told me. Because it's the number 1 killer. The teenagers. Seriously. Crack isn't. Handguns isn't. The suicide is. You know how many teens in the province of Ontario died from crack, handguns, and suicide put together doesn't come close. How many teens die in a car? Now, just so we're all clear, I'm not saying crack, handguns, and suicide are a good thing. But the problem is, nobody takes in the car, even just driving without even alcohol or booze or drugs. People just say, it's easier. I'm going to talk about driving, this time about drinking. How many people raised on a farm and driving when they were 3?
I don't know what number 3 was.
My girlfriend, she's on her great-grandmother's farm. When she was 6, she used to duct tape a 2x4 on her leg so she could hit the clutch on the track. Don't do that. Anyway, seriously. So here's what I want to talk about driving. So when you want to know something, I ask an expert. All right? I don't just Google it or Wikipedia or whatever, right? I ask an expert. Whoa, elder boss again, right? I asked an expert. So when I first started working on this issue, I hung out with indie race car drivers. Now to go back to what I'm saying about driving, right? Every weekend, on average, in the province of Ontario, 2 teenagers die, not 25-year-olds. 2 teenagers die, and about 360 are injured from cars. Every weekend, on average, right? So I asked an expert, I hung out with these indie race car driver. One guy was making $6 million a year to drive his car. If your dad makes, or your mom, or your uncle, or your cousin, or your friend who's been driving for 1 hour, makes $50,000 to drive a car, I'll listen to their advice. Otherwise, I'm going to listen to the expert, right? Who are you going to listen to? Your friend who's really good in hockey, or the guy who plays in the NHL? Well, listen to my friend. You know, we're not getting in the ring with the NHL player. Hey, I'm really good, and I can show you a ticket too. You die, right? I asked the race car drivers. They told me this. No one's going to believe it, but it's absolutely true. It takes, you ready? 7 years to learn how to drive a car. I went, what? Get out of here. I'm from the country. We just get in and keep the food in the grassy parts. I'm working in Ontario, the very rocky parts. 7 years. Not to be a race car driver. 7 years to be a competent driver on the roads in Ontario. 7 years gives you the experience. I know people who drive for a couple years know what I'm talking about. Gives you the experience to anticipate stuff before it happens. It almost gives you an ESP thing, right? So if you got 7 years under your belt, you can see things before the average person who doesn't drive that much. No, you go like this. You're driving along, you got 7 years under your belt, like, whoa, whoa, man, almost hit that cat. If you don't have the 7 years, oops. That's your cat. All kinds of cat lovers. Thank you. The reason is, we all think we know how to drive, right? And it takes 7 years. Think about it. You want someone with 7 years, but people get in the car with a friend who's got like 1 or 2 years driving experience, all of a sudden he's trying to drive like a rally race car driver. Ask any teenager, ask them this. I say, you guys never use the word freedom. Ever. I rarely hear a teenager sitting down at Tim Hortons going, you know what? I'd like the freedom to express myself in a world without pain. I never hear that. I don't hear you guys saying freedom. But if I ask any of you, why do you like your car? First word I hear, freedom. We love our car. This is we can jump speed on glass that takes me far away from home. Like a little apartment on wheels. We love our cars. Freedom, like a bastard. Right? So I want you to do this next time you're in a car. Adult student. I want you to find a stretch of road where there's no traffic. Easy for you guys. I said that in Toronto once. Find a stretch of road where there's no traffic. What is that? Find a stretch of road. I want you to ride in the passenger seat and have your friend drive, or your mother or something like you in a parking lot, okay, or you driver's ed. Try this. I want you to go 35 kilometers an hour for a minute. Alright? 35 kilometers an hour for a minute. You're going to be like, okay, we're going to do this here, man. This building, ready to go. And go! Tree. Same tree. And there it goes. Okay? Seriously, you're going backwards. Just physics lesson. 2 tons of steel and glass. That's like second year under the driver's standard. Maybe second year. Right? You go 35 kilometers an hour, it's like, there's a turtle passing us. Can't believe this. Here's reality. I saw this in my own eyes. Downtown Toronto, 4 lanes of traffic. 2 girls, 17 and 18, go running across lights, not at the intersection. They look at the lights and kitty corner across. 4 lanes of traffic at rush hour. Suggested because it's the city, you don't do that. Okay? These girls leave the lights, go loop across. This guy leaves the lights in an S10 pickup truck. Anybody who doesn't know trucks, it's a short box, rear-wheel drive pickup truck. This is one of the lightest pickup trucks you can buy, okay? It's not a great big Ford 150 or a GMC Avalanche Continental or whatever, right? In a truck. He leaves the lights. He doesn't see them. And the police report, because I read the police report afterwards, said he was going 25 kilometers an hour and he couldn't have stopped in time. 25 clicks. 25 clicks. Honestly, it's slow. Right? He leaves the lights when two girls, 17 and 18, get hit by an S10 pickup truck and accelerated to speeds 35 kilometers an hour. This is how far their bodies are thrown. Okay? He leaves the lights. He doesn't see them because there's a cube van blocking his vision. There's nothing he can do. They run across 3 lanes of traffic. All of a sudden, thrown this far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One gets the ground unconscious. I think dead the way she's laying there. The other girl is screaming at the top of her lungs. About 5-10 minutes later, ambulance comes to take one go to one trauma ward, one go to the other trauma ward. 35 clicks. Right? People drive 60. People drive 90. People drive 120. What, 6 months driving experience? 1 year driving experience? It's just crazy. Right? Because it seems easy. Everybody thinks they know how to drive. Right? And it takes experience. I ask anybody here, why? I think the best hockey player in this room. See, why are you the best hockey player? Why? Man, I've been playing for 15 years. I've been playing since I was 2 years old. I work, I've been playing shinny, and I do a hockey camp, and I practice, and I get experience. That's why I'm good at it. Right? I asked the best dancer in this room, why are you a good dancer? I'm a good dancer because I've been taking ballet since I was born, and I practice, and I get experience, and experience, and experience, and that's why I'm good at it. I asked anybody here, why are you a good driver? The only answer I ever hear is, because I am. Because I am. I don't get it. How do you know logically that it takes anything in the world, takes experience? But when it comes to driving, we're just going, it's one of the most complicated things in the world. Driving a car, believe it or not, is like working, they just did a study, it's like working an air control tower. It doesn't feel like it, but it is, right? It takes experience, right? As I say with the NHL players, same thing. It takes 7 years to be a surgeon. You don't want your friend, I can be a surgeon, you got experience? No, I've only been reading up for a year trying to help me. Get away from me, cycle with the knife, right? Surgery. But people in the car, why? This nothing's going to happen, right? So that's driving. I crack a lot of jokes, but I think you guys get this, right? It's very serious because when a car, it just seems easy, right? Especially, and we don't think, oh, the crashes, man, they all happen on the big highways down the city. Number one crash is the teenagers. Back roads. Single vehicle crash. Usually a guy just leaving the party, doesn't think he's drunk, doesn't think he's impaired, thinks throwing stone, that's better. Right? And I'll get back to that. That's driving. Now I want to talk about drinking. Listen up. I don't care if you drink. I'm not your parent, I'm not a cop, I'm not your spiritual Sherpa. Don't worry, most of you don't know what a Sherpa is. Seriously, well, I lied. Because I do care if you drink and hurt somebody. I do care if you drink and become a different person. I do care if you drink and hurt yourself. Right? And I know in the province of Ontario, I'll say it so I don't get into trouble, you're not supposed to drink in the province of Ontario until the legal age of 19. But you can get booze in this country until you're 13 and resourceful. But I want to talk about booze, because the thing is, don't get me wrong, I drink. Nobody's water. I drank, I quit drinking, I started drinking, I quit drinking, I got friends, 2 friends from rehab, I sold rehab, worked in rehab, I know booze, I know parties, 2 friends in rehab, 2 friends in AA, and 1 friend just got out of rehab after going to a mental institution for a while, strictly because of substance, okay? So I know about booze, I know about parties, and I know about teenagers, and I know not to stand in front of you today and go, hey, don't do it! Don't do it! As soon as you say don't to anybody, immediately the back goes up and goes, oh yeah. But I gotta treat you with the respect of the street smarts, because I think we have a problem with booze in this country that we don't have anywhere else in the world except in the UK, United States, Australia a little bit. And I travel around the world a lot. We get a problem with booze. We treat booze in this country like it descended from heaven. It's like, oh, Schliemann, you know? I was at a school once, 1,800 students in the auditorium, 1,800 to be math, was this, okay? 1,800, police officer gets up and goes, how many students here drink alcohol? The whole place, I thought it was at the Nuremberg rallies in Nazi Germany, man. I couldn't believe it. I've never seen people get so whipped up over a beverage in my life, okay? Seriously. And I thought about that.
Saying you haven't been to Canada, make for sure.
Drink milk. Yeah! 2%, man. Right? Or a guy goes to a party this weekend with a 6-pack of milk. Oh, yeah. 2%. Dude, seriously, guy goes and then pukes on the couch. What are you going to do? You're going to throw him out of the party. He's going to be known as Milk Puker Face Boy for the rest of his life. And I know that's what's the label, but you will. Monday morning, you're like, there he is, Milky. And if you do it every weekend, people start talking. They say, man, you got to talk to him, man. He's got to go talk to us. Every week, he goes to parties, drinks milk, and pukes. He's got an intolerance. Someone's got to talk to him. But when it comes to booze, they don't do that. And I thought about that. If that cop stood up in Italy, seriously, in Italy, and said, how many students here drink? They'd be quiet. And you go, you drink? And they go, yeah. And you go, why? And you go, I don't know, the water sucks. You were down a bunch of European students. Your friends who go, you're weird, dude. Stuff's been in your house your whole life. Why are you getting all excited about it? What's going on? Right? Aliens flying over going to Canada, one of those cultures that just collapsed. The problem is, some people can drink, and some, what the hell, I got another example. What if your friend said, I'm just trying to put a perspective, right? When it comes to booze, we think, oh, that's different. It's not different, okay? Your friend says, hey, man, bitch, Friday night I can go to NW, I can eat 6 Uncle Burgers. You're like, shut up. A bitch you can, okay, eat 6 Uncle Burgers, pukes in your face. You're like, that's disgusting! Next Friday night, bitch, you can go down to NW and eat 6 Uncle Burgers, eat some pukes in your face. By about the third weekend, if I'm offering this suggestion, you're going to go, whoa, have some fries, dude. You're going to think that's weird. But when it comes to food, we don't. And the problem is, some people can drink, and some people can't drink. Some people drink, and they just get happy, right? Some people drink, and it's like, I love you! You're my best friend!
I can see Charlie.
Why do you laugh at that? Because it's familiar. Hey, man, that's a great dog. Where are you getting this dog? That's a dead raccoon. Okay. No, but your brother. Why do we laugh at that? Because it's familiar. That's all I do.
Sounds like my
The
friend.
problem is, some people can't drink. Why I'm here today. Very seriously. Some people can't drink. These are the people who drink and change. These are the people who are normal in school, all of a sudden at a party, they walk around with a baseball bat. These are people, and we think, oh man, they'll get used to it. They'll get used to it. They're just not used to partying. They'll get used to it. I'm here to tell you, these people do not ever, ever, ever get used to it. These people grow up, they get married, they have kids, and some of them are our parents. Some of us know exactly what that's like to live with, right? And some people don't know what to live. My best friend was like this, grade 10. Name is Jamie. I'm from a small town. We had 3 NHL players come out of my town. He was good in hockey. Girlfriend loved him. Popular dude, got 8 pluses, didn't have to study. But when he started partying in grade 10, just on weekends, right, just Saturday night, he changed. And that's the thing. They all think, oh, it's just a weekend, right? Just a weekend. You talk to anybody in AA that's Alcoholics Anonymous, right? NA that's Narcotics Anonymous. That's how addiction happens, right? It's just a weekend, right? Trust me, you guys know a lot of stuff. But you don't know anything about addiction unless you're an addicted teenager. Then you can stand up here and talk. Because addiction does not happen like this. Holy smokes, next week I'm going to be hooked on crack. Maybe I'll run for mayor. Had to get it in there.
Dare he.
Seriously, you don't know anything about addiction, because addiction's not like the movies, right? Anyway, I'm going to come back to that. But my friend Jamie, when he started partying, he changed. And he was different. And you know what? It got worse and worse. Grade 11, it got worse. Grade 12. And in the past, he was a legend. We never said anything to him. But behind his back, we were always talking about it. Monday morning, he says, man, you did that party. Crazy, man. Crazy, man. Oh, you've done it. And we always do this. He's going to kill himself. Nuts. Grade 11, got worse. Still good in hockey. Still good in school. Girlfriend loved him. Popular dude. Was in the band. Everything. Did it all. Grade 12, got worse, still good in hockey, still good manager, right? He decided he got accepted to a whole bunch of universities. He was my best friend, I knew from grade 7 and 8. He went to a whole bunch of universities, accepted to go to a whole bunch of universities. He took a year off. And he moved out to illustrious Winnipeg. After a year being on the youth program, decided, well, I've got to make some money so I try to go to school, right? So I'm going to go to Winnipeg with them and make some money. So we're living in Broadway, big 10-story building. And his party out there 3 years, he's 19, I'm 18. He's now developed a drinking pattern just on weekends, right? Where he was psychotic when he drank. He was crazy, okay? So he's at quarter midnight, New Year's Eve, he's walking on top of the building, right? On the outside, completely wasted. There's a concept that doesn't exist in other worlds. Wasted. Canada would use it like a badge. Embarrassing. Seriously. He's drunk, impaired, wasted, on the roof. And here's the thing. After party sees. And we think, and people say that teenagers don't understand risk. I disagree. I think you get a gut feeling. We all do. You get a gut feeling when you know something's wrong and you just don't know how to act on it sometimes. Okay? So there's my friend up on the roof, after party, with street smarts, in the party, no one's looking. Gee, man, get out! Idiot! Two buddies go booting up the fire escape to try and get him, right? Because they didn't know it's not going to end well, right? The rest of the party, half of them, 50%, what are they doing? Party! Yeah! Cheer him on. Strike at midnight, he jumps, slips, dead. Age 18, burying my best friend. People go, oh man, that's why you talk to youth, right? And I'll be totally honest with you. It didn't phase me. It clicked that there's nothing worse than your friend dying. I had to organize a Paul Harris for the funeral. I'm still affected by that. But what didn't click is why it happened. So it was an accident. You know what? You don't see people care about you? I care about you. And I don't even know you. You were supposed to grow up, get married, get old, and then die. You're not supposed to die before your parents. I just had an assembly 2 weeks ago. Two parents whose 17-year-old son got hit on a skateboard, Southern Ontario. But two guys totally coked up, totally drunk. Parents don't get it back. Because their whole world of you getting old and getting married and having kids and dying, you die before them. Funerals are not cool things. They suck, especially when it's a teenager. Okay? You're not supposed to die, right? Especially when it can be prevented. But it didn't click. I thought it was an accident. The next year, my best friend Paul was motorcycle drinking and driving downtown Banff. By the age of 19, I had buried my two best friends. When I met my girlfriend, she never even been to a funeral. 19, I buried my two best friends. People go, oh, that's why you talk to youth, right? You want to educate them. No. It wasn't until like 5 or 6 years later, I started working with youth. As I said, I believe in my elders. I also believe in you. Teenagers told me. So how am I supposed to work with you guys if we're not listening to you guys? Teenagers said, one of the reasons your friends are dead is you probably never ever talked to them, right? And I got offended. I said, yeah, I talked to Jamie my whole life. I went from grade 7 or 8. We did sports together. We did everything together. Played music together. They said, did you ever sit down and ever tell them that you were worried about them and doing some crazy stuff and getting psychotic when you drank? Never. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Never. Ever. So you got a responsibility. You got a friend who's going down, and I use booze as an example, I use drugs, it could be just something else. You got a responsibility. You know why? Because you are celebrities. Your friends sometimes, too. You got a lot of control and power over your friends sometimes. You got a responsibility to talk to them. Don't talk to them when they're walking around the party with a baseball bat. Like to have a word with you. Next week. This is hard to do. This is not easy to do. This is very hard to do. What do you do? Go wherever you hang out. Tim Hortons, WA, double whatever. Bring your friends for support. It might take a month, 6 months to build up the guts to do this. You bring your friend down, you sit them down Saturday afternoon, and you know what, Jamie, man, you're a good friend of ours. Give them the good stuff first. You're not a counselor, you're just a friend. You put them on a couch and start taking notes. Sit them down to Jamie, good hockey, girlfriend loves you, but we've been talking, man. Lately you're doing some crazy stuff, and we're getting worried about you because it's really getting weird. And tell them the stuff you did. Your friend will then turn to you and go, oh, thanks for the advice. No, your friend's going to turn to you and go, shut up! And use other words that I can't use here today. When you walk away, it might stick. It might not. It might stick. I'm not dissing the guys. There's girls too. There's girls who drink, get a beer, twist a cap, the fumes reach your nose, and she's up in a tree somewhere, right? But yo, Julie, get down from the tree. Shut up! Come on, shut up! I'm not your Don't try to have a discussion when she's in the tree, okay? This is what she just sends to the common people. Same thing, might take a couple of weeks. There's teenagers in the produce department hanging out there. Do that. Seriously, just go. I'll get in trouble. It's true, you see poor teenagers, what are they doing? They're conspiring to buy cabbage, maybe. Anyway, wait, bring your, for coffee, whatever, and you sit down and you do it. You're a good friend. You're going to be a good doctor, lawyer, or tree surgeon when you grow up. But, lately, we've been talking, you're doing some stuff, and we're trying to worry about you. And tell her what she did. Because a lot of the times, seriously, it's more than just booze or drugs. It's laughing at it, right? You tell her. Because she'll then go, oh, thank you. No, she won't. She'll go, it might stick. And I can prove this works. Well, not every time. It's not every time. It's worth a try. This girl came up at an assembly once and she talked to me and she said, oh, my friend, it wasn't booze or drugs, it was something else. She was concerned about it. I said, look, I'll tell you right now, I'm not a counselor, okay? I'm not a counselor. This is street smart. Okay, this is just stuff growing up and living with people and eating and working. I said, well, maybe you should talk to her. So she talked to her, then she emailed me and she goes, thanks a lot. She goes, I talked to her and my friends don't even talk to me anymore. I know how difficult that is. Adults don't. Adults don't have a clue. Once adults are 21 years old, they forget what it's like to be a teenager. It's the weirdest thing in the world. It's weird. 21, I forget. It's a million years ago because I'm mature now. Seriously, I know how hard that is. That could be your only friend. Right? That's really hard. I know that sucks. But you know what? A month later, she emailed me 6 weeks later, and she said, you know what? Thanks a lot. I said, what? You know, she's been talking to me. She said, no, we went through it, we got through it. She's now my best friend. You know what? Especially graduating students, you think you're going to see her, your friends here in 2, 3, 5, 10 years? Chances are you're going to see maybe 2% of them. Those girls, you're going to be friends for life. It gives me the hard stuff, right? Or, it could have been like my friend, who we didn't talk to until we're dead. And I know that seems like, wow, oh, that's huge. As I said, impaired driving, people get a new car. So, anyway, I just want to talk about this before I go. Because I quit drinking once for a whole year. And I'm not telling you to quit drinking today or 2 drink. I'm just saying to calm down about it. You guys need a generation that just sort of chills about this stuff. I'm not saying don't drink. I'm just saying calm down about it. Because I quit drinking once for a whole year. I smoked cigarettes and they were cross-addicted. Anybody here knows, right? As I said, addiction doesn't happen like when you go. I want you to try this. For anyone who thinks they can deal with addiction, all right? Every one of you, I want you to do this experiment tonight when you go home for dinner. Every one of you sits down, you have your dinner, your plate, and someone has their glass. It's either milk, water, pop, Gatorade, whatever. Glass. Every one of you, since you're a little baby, eat your dinner, take a drink. Eat your dinner, take a drink. Eat your dinner, take a drink. Tonight, I want you to eat your dinner and not take a drink. The human body does not need to drink liquids to eat food. You're not yaks, okay? You don't. You need to hydrate yourself and drink, yes, but you don't need it to flush the pork chop down your throat, okay? I want you to try it. You're going to be like this. Pork chop. Drink that, right? Your parents are going to go, no! You're doing it. It's weird. That's a habit. Seriously, I bet you can't do it. Or maybe if you can't do it, you know, wait till 2 minutes after dinner. Your parents, you're definitely weird. Try it. That's a habit. Addiction multiplied by 100,000 times, right? Rehab is not, oh, I'll go to rehab like the movie stars, and all of a sudden I'm cool. Yeah. Shoot the good. No. You know, whatever that montage and blues with guys like, you multiply that by 100,000 every 10 minutes in your life for the rest of your life. Okay? So it's like that with cigarettes when I quit smoking and drinking. And cigarettes are the worst, right? If you smoke now, just try to quit. Okay, if you quit before the age of 19, then you build up the physical, mental muscles, right? To meet that challenge. And we're the worst. I know, I smoke, right? It's like, you can quit. Give that thing. Oh, you know, I don't care. We're chewing tobacco. We're chewing, what is it, 1912? Chewing tobacco? Give it up. You can't believe it. My Uncle Jim chews tobacco. He's got no bottom lip. Yeah, his marriage potential's good. Want to go to the prom? But it looks cute. Anyway, sorry. So I quit, and so I know, I was a smoker. So I quit and drink, and here's where I realized I got a problem again when it comes to booze. All right? I go to these parties, and these are adult parties, and not adult parties. Adult parties are different than teen parties. Adult parties, they usually offer you alcohol. Teen parties, they sit on the beer and go, get out of here, it's mine. I walk in party people I know my whole life. Adults. You peer pressure stuff in high school. Adults. This is election time. Walk in, hang on. I'm not telling anybody I quit drinking and smoking. Right? I just quit cold turkey. It was a lot of fun to be around. You know how you go, shut up! I'm not like, hey, I'm getting sober now, man. I'm judging you. I just walk in. How you doing? I'm going to get you sure? Yeah. I want another shot of sugar. Come on, that's a one. This is so weird. All night long. Drink. Welcome to Canada. I've been to parties in Portugal. Not going to beer. Go, okay. We shut the Woodsy Bay Wolf and Grendel in Iceland. Okay? Why? Because. Let's see if it's face. Anyway. Seriously, why? Because there's Vikings in the movie. We got Vikings on the set. I'm hanging out with these guys for 6 weeks. These guys, I don't know if you know the Icelandic sagas, but the great grandsons of Eric, right? These guys are 9 foot tall, 8 foot wide. Want a beer? No. Okay. No problem. But if you're a party in Canada, someone, you're not drinking, and they know you're not drinking, it's like, hey man, he's not drinking. I think he's working for the CIA. Stuff like that. Some bullshit party, and they don't want to drink. Let them not drink. What's your problem? Seriously, what is your problem? You've got a problem. If you can't allow them to be sober, you've got a problem. You need to think about that. And some people are thinking, oh, I need to go to parties, everybody's drinking. Not everybody's drinking. Some are, yeah. Not living in a dream. But just let them be, let them do their thing, okay? So I want to give some solutions, because I got to wind this up. So here's how not to drink if you're being pressured into something. Here's what it is. If you're a designated driver, go to a cupboard, get a glass. Fill it full of liquid, not milk. You're standing at a party with a glass in your hand in Canada, people think you're drinking and they won't bug you. Okay? Now, I did that to BC once. Some guy yelled out, oh yeah? What if somebody smells your drink? You have people at your party smelling drinks. You ask them to leave, okay? I'm a designated drink smeller. Like, go smell the barn cats, dude. Leave me alone. But if somebody gives you a drink, they're not going to go, hey, man, I need a drink. Well, some might say. First of all, I suggest if you have friends who approach your parties super regularly, you go, here, man, drink it. I suggest you get some counseling, okay? But sometimes the charge gives you a bevy, and you're like, okay, thanks for this taking. Go, okay, thanks, psycho. And, you wait until their back's turned, you work the plan. Your mom comes home, there's a Brazilian doing this. You go to the party? No. Why are my plans so dead? Global warming, maybe? Some can say no. You don't even have to be tough and strong, all you have to be self-confident. Some people can do it. It's hard though. It's like, no! Look, you can even say it in French. No! You can add a verb. No! Do that. Verb means action where not just the head. Here's another one. Create your own work. Being creative. Your friends are bugging you to do something. You're like, what's the matter, man? Do it, man. Don't be a loser. What's the matter? Just go, they will stop asking you. Then they never talk to you again. You made it out of a reputation.
That guy, Charlie.
Here's only one guy for you. Sorry, girls, it only works for the guys. Yes. Guys, next time your friends are really bugging you, go, what's the matter, man? We're losing? Come on, do it. What's the matter with you? You're scared? What's the matter with you? Go, I'm pregnant. Okay.
That's easy.
All right. Now wind this down. I've got a lot of jokes, but I think you guys get it. I'm very serious with this issue, okay? When you're struggling still, try care work. Try care work. Teachers try to help me. And I applied it in. That's how I became an actor. Try care work. I'm the number one done that. Substance abuse and cars and drugs and addiction. I crack a lot of jokes. I'm very serious with this. I can sit up here. I was saying that the other day. I said, oh, I can show you slides and stuff. They told me 2 friends had died. No, that's not a rare occurrence. It's a decision that caused someone to die. And those friends that are totally cool guys, they'd be like you. Right? You don't think it's going to happen to you. So when you get in the car, so when it comes to drinking, you just don't drink anything in a car, okay? Especially now to get your driver's license, you guys know. Like maybe your parents or whatever driving the fine or whatever. You guys don't mess up your record. It takes how long to get a driver's license now? It's like graduated 1, 2, they're going to take it away soon. Right? Don't mess that up. Designated driver is not being the least drunk drives the car. Zero. Nada. If you can't for one night or one weekend be a designated driver for your friends, you got an alcohol problem. One night or one weekend. Oh, okay. Well, I'll smoke dope and drive. No. Same fine. A lot of people don't even know that, but it's the same fine. And plus, you think, well, I'm a better driver when I'm stoned? No, you're not. Your peripheral vision's gone. I can show you the studies on that. Don't get me wrong. I know about booze and I know about drugs, okay? Your peripheral vision's gone. You might be going maybe not 110 kilometers, but you're going 20. I like watching the turtles pass us. If you're going to drive a motorized vehicle, make sure you're in the same frame of mind that everybody else is. You're not being impaired, you're not smoking drugs, you're not drinking. You're not text now, too. Texting thing. You know, if you go like this, 3 seconds. Aliens have come. This partner go to the ship, you stay here. Anyway, leave you with this. It's seriously, texting like this, 3 seconds. L-O, you get the faster than me, but anyway. Say laugh aloud, you spell it, bang, you've gone half the distance to a football field. If you're only doing 60 clicks, half the distance. You want to see someone texting and driving, one thing's going to happen to you, right? Right? And that's a new thing, I can't just say, you know what, just Google AT&T texting and driving commercial. And it's a little video, it's just like boom, it's teenagers, it's just like totally normal people who just thought I could do this, man, and kill somebody, and you put someone in a wheelchair first foot. So anyway, listen to the OSAID group, maybe join up, get involved, please listen to what I have to say today, because I know some of you will listen, some won't. I just hope it makes some sense, and talk to your friends, because your friends get in trouble. Thank you, bye.